Hello. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, there is a technical glitch. There is internet lost, so I think I disconnected because of that. Sorry for that. Now I am sharing my screen again. Please bear with me. Please just confirm when my screen is visible. Also decreased, which is normally it is up to 60%. It is reduced to 40 or between 50 to 40%. And the increased confidence, it's also going to the positive side. About below the means 80%, it is also increased. So this is only because of the mentoring impact in Indian education system. So now come to the solutions. The what solution actually we need to overcome these barriers, these challenges for a mentor-mentee relationship. So active listening, the first one. Teachers must practice empathy, encourage a student to express without fear of criticism. Here we see that we don't need to provide a student with sympathy. I mean, we don't need to give sympathy to the student, because if we are giving sympathy to the student will get depressed. The student comes into depression or the negativity. So we don't need to give them sympathy, rather we have to empathize them. We have to develop confidence in them and develop a feeling of socially connected and socially upgradation. So we empathize them, encourage them to express without fear of criticism. And if we are criticizing someone, so we make them strong enough to face that criticism. So first, before just giving them random criticism, first we make them to bear that criticism. We have to develop them accordingly, right? Then language accommodation. Language accommodation is also one of the major solutions that we as a mentor need. Using local language and simpler expression, it helps bridge language gaps effectively. We have to make us understand their local language. We have to use the common words like hi, hello, bye. Means if we use these words in communication, in interaction with our mentees, they develop a kind of a connectivity with us. So we know, I know it's very tough for teachers to learn a totally different language, but it's easy for us. We can learn a few words, a few greetings from that particular language where our mentor, our mentee is belonging. Okay? So we have to make us habitual. We have to make us familiar with the common language, common used to term, used to phrases of those languages which our mentees actually belonging to. Okay? Like local languages, simpler expression, gesture, and connectivity, connection with them in their local accent. Accent and dialect is also very important, because some student all have means very much affection with their so local dialect. So if we talk in their local dialect, even we use our own language or the language which is common to both of us. But if the dialect is, the accent is like that, so they will enjoy it and they will feel comfortable. Then regular one-on-one sessions. So regular one-on-one sessions should be conducted from the mentor side, which dedicated time builds rapport and trust, and making a student more open to sharing challenges. One-on-one challenge session should always be a very beautiful solution to overcoming all these kinds of challenges in mentoring relationship. Addressing time constraint and cultural constraint. So time constraint and cultural constraint, I'm addressing these together, and by following these 3 points or these 3 solutions, we can overcome the challenges and barriers of time and cultural constraint. So the first one is the flexible scheduling. The time, as I already discussed, that there is a lot of time issues from both sides, mentor as well as mentees. So we should make us flexible. We should not be very rigid kind of thing. No, the mentor and mentee meeting should be done only on the Saturday and with this and this time. So this kind of attitude should not be used by the mentors. He or she should always flexible towards the student, so that whatever free time mentor has, he or she can accommodate their mentee in that period. And also it's important for mentees as well. They should respect the time of their teacher, the time of their mentor. That mentor is not free always, all the time. A mentor cannot be free. So it's a moral duty of their mentees also to discuss the timing with their mentors. So this proper flexibility, this proper communication and mutual understanding of flexible time scheduling for the mentor-mentee relationship will definitely result in a overcoming the time constraint challenge of mentoring relationship. Then the cultural sensitivity training. Educator benefit from workshop on cultural competence to foster inclusive environment. Inclusive environment and inclusive education is the motto of new education policy. So inculcating that new education policy, you should the teacher or the mentor should always have a foster inclusive environment for their mentees, and this can be only achieved through proper training on workshop on cultural competence. So it's, from the institutional side or from the mentor side by themselves, they can take part in the cultural workshop, they can take part in the LBPs, they can take part in the training, so that they can inbuild, they can enhance their skills, so that they cannot face the cultural constraint in mentoring relationship. Then the third one is the peer mentoring program. Senior students mentoring juniors reduce burdens on teachers and enhance relatability. So peer mentoring, what peer mentoring program actually is. So before going to the peer mentoring program, first we have to know what peer mentoring is. Peer actually are the colleagues, the colleague teacher, that the staff that had in that particular institute. It includes both senior, junior, or the counterparts. Means at the same level, at the same time of joining. So peer mentoring is very necessary for the new teachers, for the the untrained staff that are not very efficient in mentoring relationship. Peer mentoring actually do the support to the mentors which are facing challenges in maintaining their time, in maintaining their skills, and in providing their support to their mentees. So senior, this is applicable to both student as well as teachers also. So student also, senior student, like the classes of if we are talking about the higher schools, higher classes in the schools. So class 11th and class 12th standard student, after taking their proper training from their mentors, they can also act as a mentor for their juniors, like 6th class student, 9th class student, even 10th class student. So we should as a mentor develop peer mentoring relationship, peer mentoring system in our educational system, so that a student also help as a mentor to their junior student. And teachers also, senior teachers also guide their juniors, guide their untrained faculties, so that they can, the burden is shared between all the teachers, all the faculty, and proper and very beautiful mentoring relationship and a healthy relationship should be established. So the best practices and tools for effective mentoring, what they are? The best practices we must have to apply for the effective mentoring. And these are, first one is the scheduling apps. Easy appointment setting improves consistency and communication. We always have to adapt to the enhancing the modern developing technologies, and the positive side we have to include in our mentoring relationship or mentoring scheduling. So these apps, these automated apps will help us easy appointment. The use of software, the use of modern technologies, tools like tabs, common system, ERPs used in the private educational institute for the education system, where all the things are there, means from student attendance to their coursework, to their course material, to the meeting, to the student parent contact, even mentor-mentee relationship and mentor-mentee meetings scheduling is also there in those apps. So we have to adapt ourselves and we have to fully use those apps, those software in developing mentoring relationship. Then the communication platform. We did not restrict ourselves to just classroom setting. If suppose a student is not coming to the classroom for so long, then we have, it's our duty as a mentor to ask him through WhatsApp, through video calls, through call to their means normal call, through texting, or even call to their teachers, to parents, that what happened, why my mentee is not coming. So if we do that now, if we do that communication platform, we will establish that communication that will not develop only connection with the mentor and mentee, but also develop connection with the mentor and their mentee families as well. So we must use all sort of proper communication tools, which is means acceptable. Not, we cannot use any third party app, but the normal way of communication like WhatsApp, calling, texting, all these things should be means used by the mentors to connect with their mentee and establish mentor-mentee relationship and solve their doubt, ask their issues, problems, or any kind of stress they had through these communication platforms, so that communication gap would not be there. Then third one is the documentation. Tracking progress helps mentors tailor guidance and celebrate milestones. After scheduling and establishing proper communication, it's also necessary for a mentor to develop documentation to prepare a proper mentor-mentee report. This mentor-mentee report will include all kind of information from, including from his or the mentee name, the agenda that the mentor-mentee discussed in the mentor-mentee relationship, their parents' contact, their progress, their study progress, and their progress, their performance in the class, their social, their involvement in the social activities or the extracurricular, co-curricular or sport activity. So all these information we have to put in a documented form. We can either use the help of also these automated tools, AI tools, or we can simply use the Microsoft Office tools, or simpler pen and paper we can use. Means anything in which we are comfortable with, we can proper prepare a report of each and every meeting, be it physical, be it online. All kind of meeting details should be there, and the opinion of mentee should also included in that. The opinion about the whole educational institute in which he or she is studying, and also about their mentee or mentor also. Means we also ask as a mentor to the student what they are thinking, what's their opinion about their mentor also. So if we ask this question to the mentee develop a kind of confidence, and he or she will share the information very freely, very comfortably with it. And one more thing, we have to make our patience at very high level. If a mentee is even saying something which is not appropriate in kinds of means mentoring which we are providing to them, so we do not get angry with that. We have to understand the thing in a very positive way and make the mentee assure that that particular problem that is coming from the my side should be taken into care, and I will work on it as a mentor. So this kind of assurance should be provided to our mentee so that they can develop connection with us. So the proposed solution for mentoring challenges also include enhanced training program, which I already discussed, which implement structured training for mentors on techniques, communication and cultural awareness, regular assessment and feedback. Feedback is the crux to everything. If without feedback, it's just a one-way process. So it's not a one-way or a passive process. It's an active process. So active process always involves evaluation, assessment, and feedback. So this documentation, which I discussed in the previous slide, will help in the assessment and the feedback. Why? Because we are mentioning the mentee opinion about the overall meeting agenda, overall educational institute, their study, as well as about their teachers and mentors. So mentee is providing all the things very boldly, very comfortably, and in an open way to us. This will act as a feedback for us to improve our skills, to improve our way of working as a mentor for our mentees. This feedback is very important because it establishes a system of ongoing assessment of mentoring relationship for quality assurance. Then creating a supportive environment is very much required, because if we are not providing supportive environment, mentee will never come to us mentee will never come to us, then he or she will never share his or her problem, and the whole the whole purpose of this mentoring relationship will drastically deteriorate and flop. So foster a culture valuing mentoring with necessary resources for success needs a supportive environment. Then the last one is the leveraging technology. Technology use is very crucial. Utilize digital platform for interactions, resource sharing, and training to enhance engagement. Engagement should be uh, increased by using these digital platform, because current mentees are very much used to the digital platform. So we also enhance our skills as per those technologies and use those technology for developing healthy mentoring relationship. So now comes to the key conclusion and key takeaways of this discussion for this day 4 FDP. Summary of my talk is that mentoring profoundly impacts the student success, but faces communication, trust, time, and cultural barriers. So these four are the big pillars which creates hurdles in our mentor-mentee relationship. Strategic solutions and tools enhance these relationships and creating a supportive learning culture. Strategically, we have to do the things, we have to take action plan, we have to develop action plan by taking into account all these four barriers like time constraint, cultural barrier, communication gaps, and student and the mentor training, and the trust issues. So trust between the student and their teachers or mentors. So the next step, what we can do in overcoming the challenges and barriers in mentoring relationship is that we should implement training for mentors on empathy rather than sympathy and cultural competence. We must incorporate flexible mentoring scheduling to avoid time constraint and align with the school activities. We have to leverage digital tools and technologies to maintain consistent mentor-mentee engagement and involving more mentee interest by using those tools and techniques. So it's very good line. I just want to add here that mentoring is not just about guiding the mind, but nurturing the heart. So if a proper mentoring is doing means going on, it should not guide the mind, but it should nurture the heart, and a good heart, a healthy heart will always do good things, and it helps in the positivity. So, motto for future. What for? We are going from this after attending this FDP on the overcoming challenges for mentoring relationships barriers. So, what we should do? We should building bonds and shaping futures. It is our motto in our as a mentor in our future working schedule, future means work life as a mentor. Not only about creating a pleasant classroom atmosphere, rather about shaping the future of the education. This is our motto. Not only enhances the academic performance, rather nurture personal growth and well-being. We should focus on these things. We should not restrict our concentration on academic performance to get the points, to get the means appraisal. We must develop the things to develop the personal growth of our mentee and emotional well-being also. Then only we can act as a good teacher, which is a noble profession, and act as a means as a very poised like parents towards the student. The teacher profession has the value of a parent in the student life, just like a parent. So we include these things in our nature, in our working scenario, then only we can achieve that respect in a student eyes. Mentors have the power to create a lasting impact on a student. It is also the duty of the mentors to create the things for a longer goal, not for a shorter period of time, and focus on connection and transformation, one positive relationship at a time. We should not merge the things and make the things haphazard. We have to focus and do the things in a very constructive way. So all these motto should be included for our future mentoring session, and if we are following that, definitely I'm damn sure that we will develop a very healthy and a very good mentor-mentee relationship. Thank you so much for patient listening.
Sir, very nice presentation, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful session, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
So, any query or any question about the presentation? Shall I ask two questions, sir, or any clarification?
Sir, just I would like to ask only one question.
Yeah,
Whether
yeah.
this mentor-mentee aspect, who should select whom? This has been a very long time I have been thinking over. Should the mentor be selecting the mentee or the other way around? Because in our education system, normally mentors are considered to be the teacher and the mentee is to be the student. Why not it the opposite? Can you please clarify on this?
Yeah, thank you, sir. This is very good question, actually, and we must think as an educator to discuss over this topic. But as far as the current scenario or current situation is means prevailing, normally the mentor is actually responsible for selecting their mentees. The reason is that what means the educators developing the policies is that mentees are not in a that state of mind to select their proper mentors for themselves, because they are not aware of the things. They don't have that much of knowledge so that they can choose the perfect mentor for themselves. So if we take the things in an opposite way, na, means we gave the power to the student. They the give powers of choosing the mentor for the student. Then it will result in a kind of a biasness from the student point of view. What as a teacher, what I have seen that now, those teachers which are very means soft to the student, very polite to the student, they are means very flexible. All the students are means want to have means that favorite teacher as their mentee, right? So they are not thinking in a very means visionary point of view. So they are biased in that. But if we are giving these things this opportunity to mentor, then a mentor can have the opportunity, because he had that much of knowledge, that much of understanding of their student, that what kind of a student he or she can take and mentor as per their expertise. So what I think that I but as the current situation is changing, I totally agree with you that the opposite ways also should be inculcated, and the views of student also should be included in choosing mentor mentee. But right now, it is means I advocate for choosing this power means giving this power to the mentor instead of mentee.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Because I raised this question. According to NEP, we have to adopt constructivism and experiential learning. So when you come to experiential learning, the learner is the center. So I feel, it's my opinion, I'm not contrasting with you. The
No, no,
mentee
I'm
also
not.
should have
I'm just
equal
giving to the
opportunity.
current situation. I'm not. I didn't say that I want that. I just
Yeah, okay,
told you
okay,
what
okay, okay.
actually currently going on in the education system. I totally agree with the NEP, and if I have given the chance in making the policy, I definitely include the views of the student in taking their in
Yeah,
selecting their
definitely,
mentor.
sir. Because in case of spiral learning or experiential learning, the learner is the center. So
Learner
I
is the
feel
center.
so the learner or the mentee must have wider opportunity to go for choosing their own mentor. As you said, favorite teacher. So definitely, favorite students also will be there. Teachers, young teachers like you, definitely can have more favorite number of students.
Yeah,
But old
both.
teachers having the old philosophy may not have that. That's why I just raised this question. Wonderful
Yeah,
explanation, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah. Both views should be included in developing mentor and mentee relationship.
Thank you, sir.
Not one
Thank you.
sided.
Thank
It
you.
should not be one sided.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your credit.
So, thank you so much, sir. So, any other query? Sir, let me wind up the session. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for wonderful session and very most informative, sir. So, from mentor addressing and everything, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much
sir.
for
Thank you so much,
giving
sir.
us this opportunity
Yeah,
and this wonderful audience. I am also thankful to all the
sure, sure.
attendees who have patiently listened my talk, and I hope I have enhanced a little bit of your understanding this about this mentoring and mentor-mentee relationship.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.